New York State, I forget, some senator, it's just a proposal right now, adding an excise tax on top of the firearms tax under the Pittman-Roberts Act.
There's a federal
An
one,
additional, for New York State, an additional 11% tax on guns, ammo, or major firearms-related components because, hey, why not be vague?
Right.
New York loves vague. So you would have your state sales tax, your Pittman-Robert tax, and now 11% more.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
For what?
insane.
For
It's
what?
insane. And that would go for, again, to prevent gun violence, which, like,
Yeah.
what are they going to use? What are they going to actually use that money for?
What about
Right.
fork
Clean up the
violence?
streets from here.
Right.
I've seen a lot of fat kids. Fork violence is terrible.
And I know we're soapboxing somewhat, and I'm not saying that we have or that I have or any of us have all the solutions, but you can put all the money you want into banning objects, but the object existing is not what causes the crimes. Okay, you used the hammer, you used the gun to commit the crime, but like, why did you commit that crime? There's a reason for it. And sometimes people are just fucking crazy, right? And
Yeah.
like, I don't know if we
They're
can
just
control
crazy. They're just
that.
evil.
But like a lot of times, it's like, there's things that society could have stepped in and helped them. I'm not saying like arrest them and like Baker Act them and shit like that, but like there are societal ills. There are reasons why in my neighborhood in Brockport, there's probably a higher percentage of gun ownership, but there's very little violent crime compared to, Clinton and Abdi, right?
It's weird.
And like,
How come all the mass shootings don't happen at like gun stores and police stations?
Right.
Yeah.
Why? Weird, right?
right,
But they all happen at gun-free zones.
right.
The only thing I'll challenge you on that, where the
Maybe the signs aren't
object
big enough.
is dangerous, and is like fentanyl, that is a dangerous object. But they're trying to make it legal.
But then again, so like no one just wakes up though and is like, fentanyl exists, I'm going to start doing that. I mean, maybe some people do, but like,
It
Joe,
wasn't
we did
their
it
first
tomorrow.
bad decision.
any kind of drug or alcohol abuse like that, like there's a reason
yeah.
that you're doing that, and like let's work on those root causes versus like, okay, yeah, we could send you to the Philippines or like someplace where there's no drugs and we can lock it down, and then okay, like you can live in this fascist, like what New York is doing with firearms, like we're living in this fascist, like we're gonna have thought crimes and shit like that.
But even there's fentanyl. in
And
the
that's the way we can try. But so exactly, so like it doesn't work versus trying to solve all of the background, which is way harder to do. I'll admit,
yeah.
way harder to
Well, with
do.
fentanyl, what they're doing
But-
is they're making it legal. Like, oh yeah, fine, this is cool, get it, do it.
Some of that stuff is proven to work though, like the harm reduction, because like if you supply them with a clean needle, you supply them with these resources to get better. It's better and cheaper than just locking them up and letting people.
I can see that
You
threat.
know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, why doesn't that work with firearms then? Should we be provided with? Oh, you're 21. Here's your Glock.
There should be like education.
Taurus curve.
Taurus
We're gonna
curve.
stick with that.
You hate people? Here's your high point.
Yeah. If the government gave us a free high point at 21, that'd be pretty cool.
High
Well,
point.
you would then appreciate every other pistol possible.